I'm actually pretty terrified of moving into the Wit. I'm excited, but I'm pretty sure everything changes, and I feel like I had no problem making this show as good as it could be in MCL, but now my challenge is to make it as good as it can be, and I think there have been a lot of great shows there that haven't even reached that potential, so we've got a big challenge. That excites me because the ceiling is so high that I can't even see it yet. I am Molly Todd. I am the director of Tapped for this current run and hopefully forever. Um, I, um, I am very new to directing. I've done a lot of things in a concentrated period, something I love very much. I was able to dip my feet into it more with Jed, and this is the first full-length narrative musical I've ever done. We need to get a new cast. Not a brand new cast, we need to add to our current cast. We need understudies, so my focus is on auditions, bringing on new people, bringing them into the fold of the family. Our cast is very tight-knit, so they're very close. They worked this show from the ground up. So bringing new people in, I think the challenge is twofold. Bringing them in and making them feel comfortable and part of the family, and then also bringing our current cast members up to the level of the new professionals we're going to be bringing in, because I want to challenge them to make this show bigger and better as well.
I need 5 minutes. That's how long I usually take. So I think let's just do it like that.
We've kind of assembled Avengers. We have a dream team. Holly, I absolutely love as our choreographer. She and I have learned that we work as a team incredibly, and we kind of don't like to, I don't like to step without consulting her if it's involving choreography and vice versa. And Brad, I sort of view in the same way as Jed. I'm just astounded by the things that they create together musically, lyrically, and when they come up, I've never not liked something they put up.
So my biggest fear is that people will not come. This is not a cheap show to produce, and so we're setting our ticket price higher than pretty much any show in the comedy community aside from like Second City reviews, which is a pretty bold thing to do. People in the community, myself included, we're used to paying $10 to $20 for shows. Tops. $20 is the absolute max out price that people will pay for a show.
So how much is this?
And we're pricing ours at $30, which is not that much more, but it's enough that, people, I know if I heard someone was like, oh, I'm doing a comedy show and it's $30 and I didn't know anything else about it, I'd probably say, I don't think it's probably worth that price. If I knew it was a fully staged musical that had a great track record, that had a full band, that had real sets, that had a huge cast, that was going to be like a great 2-hour musical extravaganza, I might be on board. But that's the key, right? We have to convince people that it's all of those things, and so that's where my biggest fear is just on marketing front. If it's something that you're hyper confident, if you're like,
I'm not.
This is about the money and I love it, keep it. If not, I'd say, who's in charge?
Depends on where we're talking about. In rehearsals, it's a combination. Yeah, that's hard, and it kind of depends on the time of who's in charge. I mean, at the end of the day, Jed gets to decide if he hates something, he can veto it. He has the power of veto. I don't think any of us have the power of veto. But after that, I'm going to be kicking Jed out of rehearsals, and we're going to be working. I get to kind of run my own house there, so I get to be in charge and then say, "Here, Dad, do you like it?" Which he will, so it'll be great.
So we want to have a total of 15 ensemble members, right? No, I'm sorry. 15 total cast. So that means how many? 10? How many do we say?
Well, so the
So we have 13 total right now, right?
Right now we have 13.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do we?
Yes.
No. 5 plus 8.
That's
Okay,
18.
yes, that's right. So right now we have 13. Wait, Molly and I are very different. I'm Jewish, I am stressed all of the time, always. I get very nervous about stuff. Molly is from Kentucky and Tennessee, and it's just this very laissez-faire kind of life. And we work great together in that respect, but whereas she's gonna be before opening night be like, yeah, everything's fine. I'm just gonna be nervous the programs are printed right.